Just a minute.
Oh, it does
Oh,
say the broadcast is live.
okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we thought we were live a few minutes ago. My apologies. We can see. Okay, I'm going to introduce Sonya again to give her a full introduction because I don't want you guys to miss this wonderful lady. Ladies, gentlemen, welcome to the Mary D Show. All apologies. We thought we were already live and we weren't. So we apologize for that. But we are live now. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Mary D. Welch, and this is the Mary D. Show. For those that know, this is the Mary D. Show. I'd like to thank you, the replay viewers, those of you that watch us after the show has been live. Thank you, thank you, thank you to each and every one of you. I appreciate you. I appreciate each and every person that goes to YouTube and subscribes to the show. You just go to YouTube and hit the subscription button, and you will now be notified every time we go live, which is every Monday, 1 o'clock. We've been here consistently, and we try to definitely be here for you live. I can tell you now, ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a treat today. Our special guest today is a wonderful lady who has helped over 500 people. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. 500 people. That's phenomenal. And this lady has done it, for the most part, out of her own pocket. Out of her own pocket. She has made this something she wanted to do, and she created a nonprofit called celebratingthevision.org, celebrating the vision. But I'm not going to tell you everything. I'm going to let her tell you about herself and how she's gone to this in life and gotten to this point where not only has she helped people, but she is actually on her way to writing her first book. And I can tell you, I'm so proud of her. And her name is Sonya Adams. Sonya, there you are. Hi, Sonya.
Yes. Hey, Mary.
How are you today? You look beautiful.
Glad to be here.
I can tell you. Well, Sonya, I didn't want to ruin it for everybody, but everything about you. But why don't you tell them about you? You do it. About
I'm good. Go ahead. What were you?
No, I said you tell them about.
What were you saying, Miss Mary?
You tell them about celebrating the vision. Mm-hmm. Oh no, I'm sorry. Before that, like you were raised and things like that.
I was born in Shreveport, Louisiana, and my parents moved to California when I was 6 months old.
Okay. Oh,
and I've lived in Montana. I lived in Bill. I lived in Curly and Lime.
Okay.
And I served all of Southern California with my random access.
Well, let me ask you this, Sonya. How did you get started? Let me just ask, not only how did you get started, what led you to start the Random Acts of Kindness? What was, usually there's a pivotal point in our lives that make you out in that. What was that for you?
I was with Africa and sell these cancer policies. And every time I sold these cancer policies, I would see the joy that the clients would have when they were actually attacked with cancer. And we would deliver these huge checks to cancer survivors. And some of them even thought they would not even have the policy. See the joy on their faces when they had financial assistance. So it came to me as a vision one night. How can I help?
How can you help them?
And that's how the word vision came up in the way of the with the nonprofit celebrating a vision. I important that yes.
Okay.
So
how did you get I understand you came to you in a vision. So now what? Now how do you start something like that?
So I'm like, okay, so what can I do to help cancer survivors? What can my contribution be to someone that has survived cancer? So I went, okay, started this organization I had no direction. I had no money. I had no resources. I didn't know where the organization was going to go into. And I decided to have cancer survivors write letters to me, explain when they were diagnosed, what type of cancer they were diagnosed with, and I would honor them and celebrate their life of having a second chance. So my first random act was a $5 Starbucks gift card. He was a cancer survivor. He was a prostate survivor, and I offered him that and a dining certificate for two, him and his wife. And that's how it initially started, and it went from there. And then fast forward to today, we now offer helicopter excursions, concert tickets, limousine rides.
From actually starting from a $5 Starbucks gift card.
Starbucks gift card to now tickets, limousine rides, cruises, gift baskets, wigs for survivors that need, to make their appearance more better for themselves, full makeovers. The list goes on. And I'm just so excited to see where the organization is going moving forward in the future. Like I said, I had no direction. I had no money or resources. I didn't know what direction it was going to go. I just took a stepped out on faith, and God took care of the rest. And ever since then, I have not wanted for anything for my survivors. It has all been met.
Oh, that is wonderful. So we're talking. I know the one area you focus cancer survivors, and the other one I believe is foster children.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you have two
that you
truly focus on. Okay, but how do you get people? You talking about helicopter rides? That's not
right.
Can be costly. So they're donating these to the cancer survivors or the foster children.
Yeah, they are donating. They're sponsoring people that write the letters and the foster children. I partner with foster agencies. I foster with foster parents to offer these experiences. We collaborate with many different people from all the
Okay.
so that they can enjoy the things that the organization offers. Most of the time, they would not even be able to entertain something like this.
Right. Well, okay. How?
And some is out of pocket. Most of it is out of pocket.
Okay, because I know it's a nonprofit. How do the people come to you? How do you know? How do you get the people? That's what I'm trying to say. The foster children or the cancer survivors.
I network with a lot of people, and I have a lot of connections with group homes and foster agencies. And then for the cancer survivors, they just have to write a letter, send it to the PO box, and me and my team go through the letters, and we pick and choose to honor.
Okay, so there's an application.
And sometimes they're in groups. Absolutely. And sometimes they're in groups to honor groups of 20 at one time.
Okay.
And sometimes I do individual. It just depends on the event and how many risks I have.
Okay, got you. Now, what if someone wanted to volunteer for your organization? Would they contact you through the website, the celebratingavision.org?
Absolutely. They can contact me through the website. I have a toll-free number they can reach me at. I'm very easily accessible.
Okay, what's the toll-free number?
I'm a very tangible person, so to speak. I'm out there in the church, so I'm very easy to contact.
What's the toll-free number?
It's 888-661-3390.
3300?
3390.
Oh, 3390. Okay, got it. Okay, here it goes. So people, I'm going to put this up to contact Sonya. So if you are interested, let's say either of any of these, if you know someone that's in foster care, if you know someone that is a cancer
Absolutely.
survivor, or if you would like to volunteer for Celebrating a Vision, this is the president and founder of Celebrate that we're speaking to today. Sonya, when I tell you she gives from the heart, the lady gives from the heart. Truly, she wants to make sure that if that child, is in foster care, that they know that they're loved, that there's a community there for them to support them and to keep them going. That is who Sonya is. Wants to make sure that happens because, as we all know, there are no throwaway people. There are no throwaway people. We are all in, as
Hmm.
they say, we're all in this together.
Right.
Everybody's on this earth together. How
That's
can we be
right.
of, and you've been of service. That's what this organization is. It's of service to the community. But
Yeah.
I'm going to say this too, Sonya. This is only one aspect of you because, as we spoke not too long ago about, you're going to go into the authorship in category, become a world. They say world-renowned author.
Yeah.
But what? Let me ask you this:
That's right.
what
That's the goal.
it is? No, it's going to happen. No, it's not. I can
Yeah.
tell you right. You're talking to someone who knows how to make it happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. So we just, as we spoke, there's so many stories, so many testimonies. I think the hard part for you determine, who to write about or who to include in
Pick and
your.
choose. Right.
Exactly. I think that's what's the hard part. It's not that you already have the testimonies are there of how you have changed people's lives by celebrating a vision. That's huge. So what
Yes,
in addition,
ma'am.
what next are you moving into? What any other areas? Any are you going to expand celebrating a vision?
Absolutely. The opportunity, as a matter of fact, has presented itself for me to travel this year.
Ooh, okay.
So it looks like
Oh,
Celebrating a Vision will be traveling to several states
okay.
that's on the calendar.
So it's
So we're going
growing.
to not only spread the goodness
Uh-huh.
um, and expand from California, but we're going to be expanding it to other states.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm very excited
Oh.
about that project.
Well, you have to be. You have to be because
Right,
that's
very
growth.
excited about that.
That is definitely growth.
Absolutely,
Anytime you're moving in a positive direction, going in a positive way, that is nothing but growth. So you can end up having celebrate different chapters all over the country.
absolutely, absolutely, and I'm so excited about that. Um, Not only that the people in California benefit, but I wanted to kind of spread the goodness in a state
Right.
where they can definitely use an organization like this.
Well,
Um,
honestly,
you
I can't
never
think
know
of
what
a place
of
that
ours
wouldn't. Right. I'm saying I
would
can't think
do.
of any
You know,
place
you never know.
that wouldn't need it. Um, I think because the sound is going in. Even though I have a better internet connection than I did last week, it's still just missing by a second or two. I don't know. So my apologies to you, Sonya. My my apologies to the audience. I don't know if it's missing or if it is. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. But we're doing all we can do. That's so. But I would and definitely encourage you to
That's
open chapters. You might want to open chapter or give people an opportunity to start a chapter in their city, um, or maybe it's a state level, and then they have chapters, in the at the states. I don't know, but as you're traveling, start those chapters because celebrating a vision is it's like any other nonprofit. I mean, if you think about it, um, Red Cross is a nonprofit. It's known worldwide, but it's still a nonprofit. So we want to make sure that celebrating the vision. Next thing you know, we'll hear all over the world hear about celebrating the vision because it'll be that known to people about this nonprofit that's helping people. It can expand not just to foster children and not just to cancer survivors. It may go out to any other groups too as it gets larger and larger. And I think Sonya, it's frozen. We lost the connection. That's I think that's a first. But it can happen. When you're dealing with the internet, ladies, gentlemen, as we know, anything can happen. But I'll tell you some more things about this lovely lady. When I tell you, when I spoke to her not too long ago about writing, and I didn't know she was interested in writing a book. I had no clue. But when I mentioned to her about it, she was telling me that there is an interest. And I said, you know what, Sonya, you have to write a book. You've affected so many people. You have to write a book and share this with other people. Share just how people's lives have been changed. And she said that she is gonna do it. That she is gonna do it. So I'm really excited with her about writing it down. You guys, how many times have you guys heard me say this? I think I say it every show, don't I? The importance of writing it down. So I'm gonna take a moment. We'll do this commercial break. This is one of the journals that I have. I started the journal series called the Big Black Journal. This is one, and this one, it's just telling, and it really is about, as you can tell by the outside, it goes into what's going on, has been going on in our society. Oh, I think she's coming back in. Oh, she's trying to come back in. I can tell you that, ladies and gentlemen. And why I'm even showing this, because I hear this literally daily, that somebody will tell me, I'm not kidding, daily. Oh, I have this idea. I hear this daily. I have this idea. What's the number one thing I say, ladies and gentlemen? Some of you already know. Did you write it down? I say that more than okay, let me say this. 9 times out of 10. You know what the answer is? No. No, they haven't written it down. Why do I care so much about that? Because I know the power of writing it down. This is a journal. Let me show you what it looks like inside. So those of you know, you put the date, and it says at the top, the Big Black Journal, and then whatever date that you're writing, and you have all this space. This is only one. You can use it as a journal. I have people that used it. I don't know if I talked about this before. I can't remember now. I tell you guys, I talk so much. So anyway, I have some people I've used. I have a family. They're using it to put recipes for the family. So they're taking their family recipes, putting it in one. So they're passing it from family to family. The favorite recipes everybody likes. Now they're in one place. Instead of somebody passes away and nobody knows the recipe that grandma used or great grandma. They don't even know what the recipe was. But now they're using. Now I'm saying that's their use of it. This is one family. This is what they told me what they're using it for. Another is a grandmother is writing to her granddaughter. So one side of the page the grandmother writes, the other side of the page the granddaughter writes, and they're writing to each other, which is just phenomenal to me. Because I know that's a keepsake, especially for that granddaughter to be able to read, these letters from her grandmother or read them over and over. And it could be they're doing. Some are letters, some are poetry, some the granddaughter draws pictures, but just how precious that is for them, and they're using it for that. I also have one for sisters. Those of you that say, well, you may not want one that says the Big Black Journal. I have one. They're called the Big Black Journal. It's a series called the Big Black Journal. But I have one for sisters. I started one just yesterday, the new one. And I don't have the cover with me. I don't know what I was thinking of. And it's called My Journaling. My Journaling is a series. It's a journal, just like the Big Black Journal series. They're their own series, so I'm their own brand. The Big Black Journal is a brand, and My Journaling is a brand. Each of them, My Journaling, the brand for My Journaling, the one that's out now it's on Amazon. It's the Kindle version for My Journaling, and it's for moms. And on the cover it shows a mother. You can't really see. You see their silhouettes of a mother holding a child's hand, and how it just really just showing the love between a mother and a child. And that's on the cover of that one. And that one will be out in paperback tomorrow, I believe. It comes out in paperback tomorrow. It may be late tonight, but definitely tomorrow. And they're all priced. This is my goal. Even the Big Black Journal, they're all priced. This one is like $12. I think they're $12. All of the journals are $12.95. No matter which one, whether you get the Big Black Journal, whether you're getting the My Journaling, they're all $12.95. Isn't that nice? I think that's really reasonable. My goal is to make it affordable. I don't want people to say, I would get it, but it's too high or whatever the case may be. So the goal is to make it affordable, to make it affordable. And I left Sonia's information up there. I want to make sure, and there's a message coming in. Oh, hi, Richard. There's a message coming in. I appreciate you anytime, and that goes for all of you. You guys know that. You got to know that. Not I just don't just appreciate. I love each and every one of you. Every second you take and you're here on the show and you spend time here, it means more than you will ever know. I don't even know how I can express to you guys what it means when you come on, because it touches my heart. It touches my heart. So hi, I'm speaking to Elaine and Richard because they're the ones that make comments. But I know there's other people watching. So whether you made a comment or not, you're definitely appreciated. You really are. You will know too, many of you see on the bottom, you see scrolling a couple of things. One is Welsh Travel Tours, and that's because my husband and I own a travel business called Welsh Travel Tours. You're welcome to go to the website, welshtraveltours.com. And there's all I tell people, compare our prices. I don't ever try to say, oh, we can beat everybody. I think I have in there, compare our prices to the big guys or something like that. But the truth of the matter is the computers are talking to each other every second of every day. And our booking engine it's competitive. That's the one thing I will say, it's competitive. But I also add too, if you are a member of like your children play soccer and they travel and they're booking hotel rooms, all I would ask is compare our prices. Normally, because the price you see on our site, that is the price you pay, and if there's no taxes or fees and everything, that is the price, whatever the price you see. And if you're booking rooms, all I ask is just take a look at our prices, especially hotel rooms, because club ball travels, they travel, soccer travels, volleyball travels, Pop Warner, everybody travels. If you're in a club, if you're in any of these clubs and you play, because I know you guys probably don't know this, but anyway, years ago, I said years ago, I played volleyball, basketball, softball. If you name it, I was playing it. Only thing I didn't play was soccer. I did not play because some of the sports overlap. But we traveled all the time. All the time. When there was a sport in season, I did most of my work traveling in and out of hotel rooms. And that's just the way it was. And so I would encourage you, compare. Just compare. You probably will see a savings when you take a look. Is what I'm thinking. You will. I'm not guaranteeing it. I don't want people saying, "Oh, she's guaranteeing it's gonna cost," that it's gonna be a savings. No, I will tell you this though. It should be lower than if you went to. I don't want to call anybody's name because those are the competitors, but I don't want to say that it will be. Because I don't know. Every like I said, every second. But I can tell you this: these things have happened. People have gone to the website and they have saved money. They have saved money. I can tell you that for a fact. I mean, thousands of dollars. One lady that's also connected to our business, she was able to save a lady. They were in line. She was at a hotel room checking in, and at the hotel, and was able to save the people money while she was in line. They ended up rebooking at her site and saved. I think it was like $50 a night for the same exact hotel room they were going to get anyway. So I can't say that you will. I can say that you might. That's the best way to put it. That you might. But we do cruises. We do group cruises. We do. We do. I mean, you could have a church group. You can have, you name it. You can have a family reunion on a cruise. I know right now still with the pandemic, but the cruise lines, they open up those cruises effective July 1. And they've been booking anyway. I don't know if people know. They haven't until July 1, the ships won't sail. But but the bookings have been going on. Oh, thank you, Sheila. I'm just gonna put her comment up here. I'm trying to show it. Did it go up, Sheila? There you go. Hi, Sheila. And there you go. Awesome. Okay. There you go. But I'm saying that, I'll tell you the truth. I was kind of, I don't, what can I say? I don't want to say I was afraid to say something. I was hesitant. And I think it's because I really, it took me a while to realize I am truly a serialpreneur. I truly am. I do so many things, and people will be like, how do you do it? But you got to remember, we're empty nesters, me and my husband. And I thank God, those of you that know Oliver know Oliver is if it wasn't for Oliver, I wouldn't be able to do the things I do. I am so involved and active, and he supports me. And if it wasn't for him, I couldn't do it. I do too many things. But to have a supportive husband has kept me, that's why I'm able to keep those balls in the air and keep going. So I just want to say hi to my wonderful husband Oliver and make sure he knows. I don't know, sometimes he's on, but just so he knows I love him, and I appreciate his support with all the things that I do. He didn't know I was going to say that. I don't think I knew I was going to say that. But I definitely want to say that. So, and I'm doing all this, believe it or not. I'm still looking for Sonya to come back. So just so you guys know, I'm sitting here, I'm watching to see if she pops back in. But I think it was the internet connection. Somehow, I don't know. I don't know if that's it or not, but I'll keep going. So I wanted to make sure I talked about, let me just tell you some things. So if you've never been on a cruise, and I say this because I'm always amazed, but I talk to people who've never been on a cruise, I would encourage you to take some time and do that. Even if you do the short one, because you can go down, those of you, and I don't know if, remember, this is broadcast all over the world, so I'm going to say this. Those of you in Southern California go down, there's cruises that go out. If you're in Southern Cal, you're an hour away from a cruise. If you're not, you could be, depending where you are in the world, but if you're not, you're a plane ride away in essence. But if you've never traveled and you want to travel, I cannot stress to you how important it is to travel. I don't even know how I can express that. It's that it's just so important that you travel, because, ladies and gentlemen, it opens up a whole world to you. I'm speaking for me. I'll just say for me. I've been blessed to have been to, as I think I mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but to Africa. I was in West Africa and Ghana, been there, been to South America, been to Brazil, been to Alaska, been on an Alaskan cruise, loved Alaska, absolutely loved Alaska. I mean, I would just say this. Of all the places I've been, this is hard to believe, but it's true. Alaska is probably my favorite. It is, I cannot explain the words for Alaska. This is what I always say. God left his footprint in Alaska. That's how Alaska has affected me. And what's interesting about Alaska, let me say this too. You've never been on an Alaskan cruise, I would tell you go. And those of you that say, well, it's too cold, we went in May and it was not cold at all. Mm-mm. The most we had was a jacket, but not the big Parkers. We just had a regular jacket and we were fine. But we went in the early part of the cruise season. We didn't wait to go in the later part. I know people that have gone later and it was cold. Let me say that. And they said they couldn't go out on deck. We could go out on deck on our cruise. But not only on deck, people were swimming and everything. It wasn't cold at all. So those of you that have been afraid to go because of the weather and things like that, don't limit yourself like that. And I would encourage you. And let me just say this. You do not have to book the cruise with me. I don't care who you book it with. That's how much, I don't really care. Do it, just book it and go. And I don't say you have to go to Alaska. There's so many places to go. And I'm saying this to people that have never gone or you've been afraid to go. I've heard people say, I can't go on a cruise because I can't swallow that much water. Come on now. People, ever since the Titanic, they make sure there's enough lifeboats for that. That proved we need enough lifeboats for everybody. Now, don't worry about it. They put those they have the drill before the ship sets sail. They drill you on how to put those life jackets on. But if you've never been on a ship, you don't know that. And I'm really talking to the person who's never been on a ship. If you've been on a ship, you already know the drill. I'm trying to, lower the fears of people who have never been. A cruise is Wonderful. I don't even hold. Like wonderful doesn't even begin to describe a cruise. Only thing you have to do on a cruise is eat, go to the bathroom, take a shower. I think that's it. That's about it. Everything else is done for you. They put the napkin in your lap. They do everything but feed you. Pretty much. It is the nicest, beautiful vacation. There's nothing you could want on that ship that they don't have. They have games for you. They have entertainment, and the entertainment is equal to Las Vegas. That is a fact. It's equal to that. So don't feel like, oh, I'm gonna get. It's not good entertainment. It is excellent entertainment. The comedians are excellent. The shows are excellent. They do shows. They do plays every single night. There's something going on that you can do every single day, all day, every day. Even they have days where the ship is it's at sea. They have sea days where you can just lounge around and eat and relax and whatever you want to do. Basically, you can do. If you want to do nothing, you can do that. If you want a massage, you can do that. If you want to play ball or get whatever, no, I'm not. I don't say play ball. I'm going to say it like that. But I'm saying there's usually a small little putting golf course somewhere on the ship. There's always a track on the ship. There's always a track somewhere on the ship where you can walk the track. That's always on the ship. Every ship has that. I'm just waiting for it to catch up with me. I'm watching. That's on the ship. It's so much. Uh-oh, here we go. What? Are you serious? I saw, you've never been on a, see? Think what I'm saying. I didn't know that. I had no way of knowing that. But I'm going to tell you. You got to, well, I won't say call me. I should say call me. You might as well call me. But I would tell you. I'll put my number in there for you, Sheila. And I'm saying this because, excuse me, everyone. Elaine, Sonya's organization is doing, okay. And you've traveled before? I'm just Sheila. Okay. All right. Elaine said, Sonya's organization is doing fantastic, needed work with foster youth and cancer survivors. I will definitely be sharing with your network. Thank you, Elaine. Oh my goodness, Elaine, you have a network. Elaine has a network, people. That is for sure. I'm gonna put it in there. I'm gonna have to, because I don't know what's going on with that. Here it is. You can just call it 619-669-8603. Give me a call. I should put Mary, so you know it's Mary's cell. Mary's cell. There you go. Mary D cell. I'll do that. That's the way you'll see it. And I'm saying this, well, let me ask you this, Sheila, since nobody else has said they haven't been on a cruise, you just said you haven't been on one. Where do you want to go? Oops, there we go. Here we go. Did it show? No, I have to put it up there. There we go. The Mary D show. Mary D, I should put a comma on Mary D cell. Let me ask you, where would you like to go, Sheila? Where would you like to go? That's the question. You say, when is it safe to travel? I'm not ready. You need to stop, Richard. The cruise, Richard asked the question, when is it safe to travel? He said he's not ready. The cruise line said July 1. The ships can start cruising again July 1. July 1. And that's probably because I think they said everybody coming on the ship has to be vaccinated, and like 98% of the crew has to be vaccinated before the ship can set sail. And then everybody's checked, and you know how that goes. I just went to a dinner just last night. Night before, whatever. We went to a dinner. They checked us at the door. They checked our temperature going into a dinner. That was it. So that's telling you, everybody gets checked now. That's just how it is. That's how we live now. So, but I want to make sure I'm looking. Still haven't seen. I'm looking for Sonya to come back. I haven't seen her come back, but I want to stress. So Sheila, give me a call. We'll work it out. You might, and I mean, say this too. And I'm still on the travel. Oh, I don't know why my computer is it glitching? It could be. You know how this go. Things do glitch. Mine is glitching. Right now it's glitching. I don't know if you guys noticed it. I see it. But anyway, um, I would say this, Sheila. The people Ladies, gentlemen, can you believe this? I was kicked off the internet. I still don't know what happened. Okay, you guys have been talking. Okay, let me see this. You said I don't trust. I know I could. I thank you, Sheila. I looked up, kicked completely off. Oh, completely off. I still don't know what happened. I still don't. Oh, okay. Something just came in and said that we're having trouble on Facebook. It just popped in. I don't know if you guys are on. I think you guys are on. Okay, Sheila. Okay, here we go. First, Sheila said you cut out. I've been trying to get back in. I tell you, this doesn't know. And then Elaine said a cruise sounds fabulous. And I have a feeling that's what happened with Sonya. She got kicked out and my internet. I have never had problems with internet like this. Never. But you know what? First time for everything, people. All I can tell you. And I was just telling Oliver, I said, I got to get back on. I got to get back on because I was sitting here. I don't even know if you guys could hear us in the background. I was like, what is going on? And I said, Oliver, I'm having connection issues. And anyway, he's like, well, just go back on. I said, I got to go back on. Okay, Richard, you said, I don't trust the temperature check. People have contracted the virus without having a temperature. Ooh, very good point, Richard. You know what? Honestly, and this, I'm not any authority on any of this. I think you can do everything right and still get it. That's what I think. I think you can. I'm just going to be honest. I don't know what the answer is. You just try to do the best you can with the washing your hands. You can't go anywhere without a mask. You know that. That's out. But anyway, I definitely agree. And Elaine, we should talk. We need to put together a group cruise, Elaine. Because Elaine, 1,000,001 people. Maybe it's 2,000,001 people. It's a lot of people. Elaine knows a ton of people. But we'll talk about that. We definitely will. But I wanted to talk about it because when Sheila said she travels, but she's never taken a cruise. I've talked to so many people like that, Sheila. So many people. And I don't know. And then sometimes you may not know, maybe you didn't have a group to go with. I think a group with a cruise is a really good idea. It's nice when you have dinner and you guys meet up at dinner or even you don't have to wait for dinner. It could be any time. But I know that's the time we usually would meet when we go with groups and everybody talks about what they did during that day. If they went on an excursion or they did this or they did that or what they bought. But we share, that tends to be the time. Not lunch, you kind of lunch on your own. You can lunch on the ship though. They have all of your meals are taken care of. That's what I tell anybody. That alone is part of just that. If you really add that up together, just though, and these are, really nice meals. They're not just the run of the mill kind of meals. They split a lot of energy and you get anything you want and you can get as much as you want. That's the only thing about that. You eat too much stuff on those. I don't know how you can go on a cruise and not put on weight. I'm gonna be honest. Because there's food 24 hours a day. You have 24-hour room service. I tell you, I'm selling these cruises, aren't I? But it's true. You have 24-hour room service. So 24 hours a day, you can call and someone will bring you, a sandwich or a hot dog, whatever it is you want. All I would say is make sure, this is what I do. I always make sure I have cash to give a tip. That's what I do. Or you can charge it to your room. That's another thing. When you're on the ship, you don't carry money. You just carry, it's called a ship and sail card. If you've never been on, I'm giving you guys all this information about cruise. So those of you who've never been, you'll know. Because before I had ever gone, I didn't know, but you get a ship and sail card. Everything is charged to your room. It's called a cabin, not a room, by the way. Everything is charged to your cabin. So at the end of the cruise, that's where you pay whatever you've been charged for. So those of you that are having out your drinks, you just give the card to the waiter. That's it. You don't give cash to the waiter. You don't give anything like that. Just your card. You go for a massage, you give your card, and then at the end of the cruise, then you pay that. But the people that are directly in contact with you, for instance, the one that brings you, let's say they bring you a sandwich at 2:00 in the morning. I give them a cash tip. I just give them cash at that time. I don't charge it to the room. That's what I do. Because the person, to me, that person showing up, I can acknowledge that and give them a cash tip. And that's just me. You don't have to do that, but I do that. Number one, I don't call anybody at that time in the morning. But if I were to, I always make sure I tip them. You have the person that cleans your cabin steward. You have the person, your waiter. These are people that really that you get to know. I always know them by name, because if I need them, it's easier to know their name. And let me say this. I'm gonna give you guys this tip. The sweetest person, the sweetest sound to anyone is their name. Think about that. The sweetest sound to you is your name. And I try to do this. What you guys notice on the show, I always try to call you guys by your names. I try to go through, as I said, I was going today. It was Elaine, it was here. Richard was here. Sheila was here. I saw those are three, I think. Did I miss anybody? I hope not. Okay. I want to make sure. The reason being, I know who doesn't want, if you've taken the time to write a comment, I can call your name, but the sweetest sound, think about that when you're talking to people. We were just somewhere yesterday and I asked the waiter his name. And so not only do I ask it, and this is from someone after 30 years of teaching, and so you guys are getting all this wisdom, but it is true. I asked the gentleman his name and I used it right then and there. Because I knew, and what does that make him do? He knows in a split second, I learned it and I used it. It so happens, which was very, very interesting. We started talking about what do we do? He said, so where are you guys from? I told him, we're from Southern California, that kind of thing. And then I said, I'm a writer. I write children's books. That's what he said. He said he had a book. He wrote the book 9 years ago. This is all true. He wrote the book 9 years ago. He didn't know what to do with it. He said it's sitting on his computer to this day, 9 years, almost 10 years later, it's sitting in his email. And he said, I cannot believe I would meet someone like you. And now you can show me what to do, because I don't really know what to do with it. And I didn't even put this in there, did I? Oh, you guys, I totally forgot. I almost forgot, but I didn't totally forget. Here, those of you that would like to write a children's book, you ever want to write a children's book, you don't know how, go to my website, marydwelch.com. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't know what's going on with Facebook. I don't know, but they put a comment up. So I'm not live on Facebook. They're showing me both my Facebooks. I am live on YouTube. So I have to go with that. So I'm gonna have to be, I don't know why. I don't know why it's saying that, but anyway. And maybe it's forcing me into YouTube. Maybe that's what it is. This is all good. What's it say? It's all good in the hood. Anyway, but I want you guys to know that definitely not a million, maybe a Elaine. Anyway, I can no, you said in the thousands. I'm gonna say in the millions, Elaine. If we really be honest, it's way up there. But anyway, I'm saying this to you guys. You go to marydwelch.com. Free, totally free. Don't have to pay a dime. It's on May 11th, Tuesday, May 11th. Because if the one that I had on this Friday, too many people. So I had to start a new one. So it's the second one, May 11th, Tuesday. Go to marydwelch.com. You can sign up for free. And I'm giving a webinar. Come in. If you've ever thought about writing a children's book, or if you've written the children's book, you can come in. Oh, see, Elaine. Well, I can tell you can come on. Go to marydwelch.com. Did I put it up? I can't see if I put it up or not. I don't think I did. There it is. Oh, I didn't show it. There we go. marydwelch.com. And you can, the very first one link up there is come to the free webinar. Or it's really, you can say a Zoominar. It's on Zoom. A Zoominar, webinar, same thing, same difference to me. But you can come and on that, oh, okay. I see what happened. Facebook does not like the marydwelch.com. It doesn't like that. I don't know why. I see other people. I don't know why they don't like mine. Maybe Facebook doesn't like me anymore. I don't know. But that's what it said. It didn't like that. It doesn't like the marydwelch.com. It doesn't mind the .co, but they don't like the .com. But just so you know, go to marydwelch.com. On that, the very first one, the very first link at the top, click that and you can register. Or if you have family and friends, I would highly recommend you get on that email list. If you're not on my email list, you want to get on that list. The email list, you go to marydwelch.com and it says join our email list. And the reason you want to be on there, I send out things, those of you that are on the list, I send out things daily. Today, I sent out an email about Charles Drew. For those of you that know who Charles Drew was, that's good. But I promise you, there's some things in that email you didn't know about him. The rumors, I don't know about those of you that heard the rumor that when Charles Drew died, he died because this is a black man and they wouldn't give him a blood transfusion. I heard that too, and I thought it was true, and it wasn't. Isn't that something, things we hear and it's not even true? So I would encourage you, if you haven't already, go to marydwelch.com, join the email list. Join the email list. You really want to be on that list. I send things, like today was about Charles Drew. At least once a week, I send something historical. At least once a week. I try to make sure I do something that's history. And sometimes more than once a week. Honestly, it just depends on it. But for sure, once a week, you're going to see something. That I can guarantee you. You're going to see something once a week. And then after that, we'll see. But for sure, you're going to learn something you probably, even if you may say, well, I already knew all this. This is what I've learned. Everybody doesn't know everything. So somebody that I'm sending it to, they learn something new. And that's what I'm here for. If I can help somebody. One lady sent me an email and she said, the things you say, you're not just teaching me, I'm telling my children. She said, I'm telling my children, and my children are adults. She said, I know they're adults because she said, I'm telling my children, I'm telling my grandchildren, and they're telling their friends. So it's just like this. It's like a pebble this going out. So I'm saying that, and my goal, and this is from an educator over 30 some odd years as an educator, is always to educate. Always to educate. I'm a lifelong learner. I will always be learning. I'll be learning for the rest of my life. I pray to God. I always want to learn. There's always something out there you can learn, something new, something interesting. So I'm looking at the time, but I really want to make up for that gap in this time. I hate that gap was there, but it's not. I don't even know what I could do about it. Literally, the whole computer just shut down. I was doing fine, and I have a feeling that's exactly what happened with Sonya. Her computer just shut down, just boom, just gone. So I don't know. I don't understand it, but you know what? There's nothing I can really do about it. I can only do what I can do, and that's all I can do. So, and I'll put this up again for those of you that are interested. We would enjoy it if you. Let me say this too. Let's say you're with a church group, and they're going to a conference or a region or something where they have to rent a car or rent a van, or just compare our prices. That's all. That's all I ask people to do. I'm not asking you to book on the site. I'm asking you to compare our prices. That's it. Just take a look. Now, those of you that say, well, how did you do that? How did you end up with your own travel website? That's not, I'm going to say a story, but I can tell you. Let me put this up again. So Sonya's celebrating a vision. So those of you know her, make sure she gets, don't forget to go to her website. She was on, and I'm going to have to bring her back because I hate that we got disconnected. I don't know what happened, but remember, mine went out too, so I don't really know what happened. But we'll figure that out. It just happened. And let me just show you. And her name was Sonya Adams. So those of you that would like to contact her, please do. Please contact her. She left her telephone number for you. And it's a 888-661-3390 for Celebrating the Vision. If you would like to help someone that's a foster child or a cancer survivor, I'm sure she would love that. If you have gift cards you want to donate, and some people do, they have gift cards and you can donate them to them. I'm sure she'd be glad to have that. So, anything you can do that can help, that's I mean, a blessing. Anything. I'm sure she would love it. And those of you that already receive the text messages that go out, there'll be a text going out later on today, or I mean, maybe it's tomorrow. I forget, but there'll be those of you on the texting system, you know, they go out usually once a week on the text system. I don't do too many texts. I do a lot of emails though. Emails are like once a day. I know. Can you believe that? Once a day, I try to make sure you have an email. I do. But once a week is a text message. Just that's pretty much how that goes. Okay. So I want to make sure that I put this, what's going across now. And that's for the texting. And I'll put this. Okay. Okay. So ladies, gentlemen, my sincere apologies for the technical difficulties we've experienced these last few shows. All the other ones fine. But you know what? We're going to be here again Monday. Our guest for this coming Monday, his name, I'll put it in the chat. I don't think you really do. This is different. His name is Oscar Torre, T-O-R-E. He is from, those of you that watch the show, The Have and the Have-Nots. Put it in here. Tyler Perry. He's on that show. In fact, those, if you watch it, there, I put it in there. This is our, is it scrolling? No. Let me see if I can get it. There we go. No, it's not scrolling either, huh? There it is. Does that do it? Oh, there he is. Okay. He was up there. There it is. That's the guest for next week. Oscar Torre. He's going to be the guest. He's going to be on the show. I hope we don't have technical difficulties because I have no control over that. You know what? Now that I look at it, accepted the .org, didn't it? .org, but it was that .com. Facebook did not like my .com, but it took the .org. I don't know. But that's the guest for next week. And we're going to reschedule Sonya because I hope everything is okay. I don't know what happened, but I hope everything's okay. So ladies, gentlemen, we have finished another show. So my apologies because this show is so, oh my goodness. At first it was technical. And what you didn't know at the beginning, Sonya's sound was not coming through. So we did, it's been so many things. I don't know why though. Remember, we're only going by our internet. We don't have any control over this. I don't have any control over any of it. So as we end the show, thank you for coming on. I do appreciate each and every one of you more than you ever know. Please come back again next week, next Monday, same time, same place. As we say, what is it? They used to say, same bat channel. So this is the Mary D Show with your host, Mary D. Welch. I'm so honored and blessed to be here. I love each and every one of you, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye-bye, everybody. Take care now. Don't forget that journal, My Journaling. It's on Amazon. My Journaling for moms. Beautiful for Mother's Day. All righty. Bye-bye.